Not a single drop of the enemy's blood was spilled. Not a single bite mark left on their flesh. Yet this was the most brutal massacre this territory had ever seen. A revenge that didn't begin with sharp fangs, but cut deep with utter madness. It all began with a fatal mistake by those who claimed to be rulers. Relying on their strength in numbers, a pack of jackals breached the badger's den, stealing away its newborn pups. Though honey badgers are legendary for their relentless spirit, these young pups possess only the instinct of fearlessness, not the strength. They attempt a desperate, fragile stand, hissing and snapping with pathetic bravery against their towering aggressors. But their feeble resistance is quickly overwhelmed by the pack's coordinated force. In the unyielding reality of the wild, youth is no protection, and the helpless cubs ultimately fail to escape the devastating clutches of the relentless predators. In the wild, the honey badger is the most reckless killing machine, ready to fight a lion to the death. But today, this mother badger made a strange decision. She didn't throw herself into a fight to the death. She retreated into the shadows, quietly memorizing every scent, every face of the killers. When the most stubborn creature on the planet trades its temper for patience, that is when a nightmare truly begins. The next morning, the adult jackal pack left the den to hunt, leaving the bewildered pups all on their own. This was the moment the honey badger had been waiting for. With supreme cunning, it slipped through the narrow rock crevices and slunk deep into the heart of the lair. Anyone would have expected a bloody massacre fueled by vengeance. But no, the honey badger gently picked up each pup in its jaws. No painful bites, no bloodshed. One by one, it carried them away, hiding them in secluded rock cavities scattered across the territory. They were still alive, yet completely erased from their mother's world. When the mother jackal returned, she wasn't met with the harsh reality of death, but with an emptiness so absolute it would drive her mad. Desperation drove the mother jackal mad. She sprinted until her lungs burned, tearing through every patch of forest and clawing through piles of leaves. But this was merely the falling of the third domino. The honey badger didn't hide. It deliberately teased its presence at the forest edge, leaving behind a scent trail to lure her in. Seeing her enemy, the mother jackal clung to it as her only lead to save her pups, giving chase in a blind, murderous rage. Little did she know, the honey badger was leading her straight into the territory of leopards and hyenas, the realm's executioners. She hurled herself into deadly peril, draining her strength in life-or-death clashes with rival predators, completely unaware she was just a pawn on a chessboard of vengeance. The sun set. The mother jackal stumbled, completely exhausted, her body slick with blood. And just as her despair reached its peak, the honey badger officially stepped forward. It stood proud and resolute atop the highest rock outcrop. Right beneath its feet, tiny chirps echoed from the dark cavity. The mother jackal recognized the cries of her pups. She looked up, her once arrogant eyes now shattered and overflowing with desperation. The honey badger didn't move to strike. It merely stood there, gazing down in cold composure. Helplessness, agony, and regret suffocated the mother jackal's heart. Only then did she truly understand. This was the exact grief of losing one's young that she had once inflicted upon the honey badger. The honey badger melted into the mysterious night, never looking back. It hadn't killed a single soul, yet it had utterly broken its enemy's spirit. It would take days of agonizing crawling for the exhausted mother jackal to scrape together every last missing pup. Her physical wounds would heal with time, but the scars of pure despair would gnaw at the culprit's mind for the rest of her days. In the ruthless wild, the strongest is not the one with the sharpest fangs, but the one who turns an adversary's own sins against them to carve a bitter lesson in stone. The cruelest revenge is forcing your enemy to taste the exact torment they once dealt